Family, what is going on? It is Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. This is The Decision. Ezavier Crowell. Tonight, Thursday, June 26th, can I get a roll tide inside the comment box? Right now, if you think that Ezavier Crowell will commit to Alabama, I need you to post roll tide as many times as possible inside the comment box. I'm going to tell you exactly how this is going to work. I'm not going to keep you here longer than you have to be. The decision is supposed to be at 6:20 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you want to watch the young man put on the hat, you can go to WKRG and watch the commitment, okay? That's where the commitment is going to be. What this is going to be is a celebration for what I think a 5-star is going to come to Alabama, okay? Not one to make predictions, but my goodness, man, I'm feeling good about this one. So at 6:20, when the young man announces, you can go to WKRG, which right now is just running basically downtown shots of beautiful Mobile and the river. But there's nothing going on at this point in time. So I'm going to preview the commitment. I'm going to talk about it for a few minutes. I'm going to talk with you guys. And then when it comes, we'll celebrate it. Hopefully roll tide tonight. And remember, there's 2 commitments tonight, all right? There's 2. Because you got a tight end that's committing at 7:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. So 6:20, Ezavier Crowell, okay? 7:45, Max Sutter, the #1 player in the state of Illinois, right? So WKRG, if you want to go, if you want to watch him put on the hat, they basically just have kind of the setup right now for the ceremony. There's nothing live, all right? So let's preview it. Let's break it down. And let's talk about a big-time prospect. And I think when we start out, right, as we get to the video, let's give these 2 credit, okay? Because look, I think that Coach Kalen DeBoer and Courtney Morgan, these guys need you to get behind them, honestly. And this isn't a gas up, okay? This isn't a gas up. But I'm telling you, let me know inside the comment box if you agree. Do you feel, yes or no, that recruiting has continued to stay among the best in the country under these 2? I certainly do. Last year's class was phenomenal. In this year's class, I get it. The kind of the narrative right now is all these 3 stars and all this stuff. No. Like, just wait. Wait to see where we're at by July 8th. And this isn't a gas up. We've talked about it all along. I'm serious. These 2 are putting together one hell of a class. And I believe that tonight the levee breaks, all right? The levee breaks. So if you think that these 2 have done a great job recruiting, type Y inside the comment box or just post yes. I'm serious. And this isn't a gas up. These guys have done a hell of a job. And you know what? I'm going to talk about this later if Ezavier Crowell does pick Alabama. But there's another narrative out there that says that these 2 guys don't like to recruit the state of Alabama. That's not true at all. If you fit into the program, they are going to bring you to the program. Yeah, and if you want to watch it, it's WKRG. I just went to their website and I clicked live, so I have another monitor right here. They're kind of just showing scenes right now, but nothing. There's no commitment. I'll tell you when there's a commitment. And I think it's scheduled for 6:20. So let me just build it up, preview it, and then when he does commit, hopefully he rolls tide. We'll celebrate, all right? And then again, 7:45, Max Sutter, the tight end, also committing, right? I believe Alabama has also been predicted, all right? So these 2 have done a hell of a job. These guys went through a lot in year 1 in that recruiting class. And the reason you can back up the recruiting class is because we said, how many times did we see these freshmen in springtime ball out? Think about all the freshmen that were playing. It's not a gas up, it's true. So right now on the table, you have hats of Texas, you have Georgia, Bama, and Auburn, all right? and they're kind of just getting set up. All right, tonight at 6:20. If you want to watch it again, it's on WKRG on their main website. I ain't finding it on YouTube, Facebook. I just went to the main website. Okay. This is an elite prospect. 5'11", 210 pounds, right? Out of the state of Alabama, Jackson High School. And I think this is important to also highlight. I think a lot of people forget. I'm going to show his highlights in just a second. But you have to remember that when we watch his highlights are from his sophomore season because he reclassified. Trivia for you inside the comment box. Who's another elite prospect that committed to Alabama that reclassified to get here earlier? Sound off inside the comment box. That should be really easy for you to get. Who's another prospect recently that reclassified to get here earlier? That's the easiest trivia question I've ever given you guys, okay? So Crowwell is really supposed to be in 2027. Now he's in the class of 2026. Chad Kennedy. Yeah, you better type Hollywood for this one. Oh, man, that's crazy. Yeah, all right. So tonight at 6:20. And then tonight at 7:45, you have Max Sutter. And no, he hasn't committed yet. They just have the hats on the table. Again, WKRG. And I'm not going to keep you longer than you need to be. We'll break it down. We'll celebrate it. Hopefully he rolls tide. And then we move along and we get ready for another commitment. Max Sutter tonight, 7:45 p.m. at tight end. Believe he is number 1 or number 2 in the state of Illinois. 6'5", 225 pounds. It seems like we've gotten a lot of tight ends as of late. I love the tight end position. I want a player that can come in here and contribute. And I think that this year, when you look to the tight ends, Josh Quabe is probably due for a really big year. Can't wait to see what he can do this coming season. All right. Is there anybody inside this video right now that thinks that he might go somewhere other than Alabama? Now, look, this is coming from a really good source close to the situation. All right. I don't think Crowwell was going to Auburn. I don't think that he was going to Georgia. Now, he took official visits and it got serious, right? You start taking official visits, it's serious. Hey, Matt, if you want to watch the commitment live, go to WKRG. That's their website. And you can watch it live. There's basically just setting up the hats. And I'll continue to tell you guys that. We're going to preview the commitment and then celebrate the commitment. But right now, they're just kind of setting up the hats. So, again, WKRG, just their website. All right. Now, this is from a really good source, and I think the only program that really made a late push, all right, that really made a late push was Texas, all right? And I think that Texas has gone all in because they want a running back that is high caliber, of course, who doesn't? And you know what? I think this is going to be telling tonight because this program, Alabama, I think there was another narrative that this program was somehow broke or something like that. Look, if they want you, they will figure out how to get you. And Alabama's not broke. They're selective on the prospects that they get, and they can take care of you. I promise you. So I think out of all the programs, like if he was somehow to not commit to Alabama, I think it would be to Texas. I don't think Georgia and Auburn are in play. All right. So let's turn on the highlight tape. And again, if you want to watch the commitment one more time, WKRG has it live, but it's basically just like 4 hats on the table. There's nobody talking about it. There's nobody previewing it. It's literally just like a camera at the table, and it's scheduled for 6:20. So we have some time to break it on down, right? I think another thing that was interesting about kind of his recruitment kind of going in was the fact that during his scheduled visits, Alabama had the last visit, okay? In Alabama, you know, it was really interesting, okay? Because during his official visits, when he came to Tuscaloosa, Kalen DeBoer, this is very important. Listen up. And I thought this was amazing, okay? In terms of what went down behind the scenes. So, as you know, we had a tragedy that we went through, unfortunately, with Kirsten Russell, the twin sister of Keelan Russell's, who passed away, okay? Well, they just had her services during the final weekend of the recruiting, right? So Coach Kalen DeBoer, rightfully so, along with the staff, went down to Tupelo for the services. Well, in steps during that particular time when you had Sedarian Morgan, right? You had Tank Jones, Ezavier Crowell. I'm talking like the heaviest hitters in the state of Alabama. Guess who you call up from the bullpen? You call Coach Saban. So Coach Kalen DeBoer, right, with his team, supporting Keelan Russell and the family of the Russells, and still thoughts and prayers out to them. I can't even imagine. I pray for them every single day. But from the bullpen comes Coach Saban, okay? And look, this isn't Coach Saban's program. This isn't Coach Saban's, this isn't his organization. But Saban came here to support Coach Kalen DeBoer's division. And I can only imagine the talks that he had with the families about the direction of the program. Now, a year and some change under Coach Kalen DeBoer. Hey, and Austin, if you're talking about the jersey, I'll talk about that in just a second. But let me finish out this thought. But I think this was one of the coolest things that really happened kind of behind the scenes was Coach Saban coming in, right? And really backing Coach Kalen DeBoer, Courtney Morgan, and the overall vision. In 1940, posts this inside the comment box. He's like, Saban's been recruiting kids since 8th grade. Yeah, hell yeah, man. So I love that. I thought that was really good. All right. Okay, I'm about to show you his highlights. And at 6:20, we're about to go live. Okay, so or 6:20, that's when the commitment is scheduled. And again, if you want to watch it, WKRG. It just, I'll say it one time and then I'll play his highlights. So WKRG has it live right now. It's just basically hats on the table. And at 6:20, we're scheduled to go. So as soon as it happens, I'll run to it. We'll cover it. I'm not going to keep you here for forever or try to keep you longer. But 6:20 is our time, okay? So I'm about to play his highlights. And then we'll do a commitment roll call, all right? I'll go full screen on this. You'll hear me on the back end. One of the things that I want you to remember when we play his highlights, okay, is this young man, these highlights are from his sophomore season. So think about where you were in high school as a sophomore athletically, and then let's play the tape because this is a prospect who reclassified to the class of 2026. And if you're out there, WKRG, it's just on their website. All right, so here we go. Here's the tape. Let's run it. 6'1", 210 pounds. Here we go. All right. One thing that really stands out to me is he's very difficult to take down after first contact, right? And he does have really good speed. When I look at a running back like this, he reminds me of the running backs that we already have on board, and they fit in perfectly. As you can see, look at that. He's a very good north and south runner, and he does have good change of direction, right? He did work as a sophomore. I mean, he gets upfield. He's able to read his blocks. He has patience as well. But as you can see, after first contact, you can't get a hold of him. He has really good field vision, and he's got some jets on him. He really does. He's fast. He's much faster than I thought. I watched this tape a little bit today when I was putting this together, and I was, continue to be impressed by his overall speed. Does a really good job getting to that second level, and he's got so much power after every single contact. So yeah, I think Bari says it right inside the comment box. He's an elusive power back. And I think when you start to look to comparables, and I want you to think about this right now. Who is a running back that Ezavier Crowell is comparable to? Later on in my notes, when I talk about him, it's kind of like almost a blend of this is crazy what I'm about to say. This is a hell of a comparison. But is it like almost like a Nick Chubb and like a Jahmyr Gibbs? Is this what we got, right? Look at this. I'm telling you, look at the speed right there. Did you see the speed that he has? Man. And you look to the Alabama running backs that we currently have on board. I think he fits exactly well within the system. And I'm sure that Ryan Grubb can't wait, to get a running back like this on a lot of, okay, so people saying Josh Jacobs, people saying Najee Harris. You know what? Josh Jacobs is a hell of a comparison. I like that. Look at this. And he's able to get to that second level right in the secondary. You know, I don't know why about Damian Harris. I think the thing about Damian Harris is he was patient and he had good field vision, but he didn't have elite speed. You know what? Crowwell's fast, man. Crowwell's got some speed on him, a lot faster than I thought. And remember, this is only his sophomore season. So he's getting ready to enter someone's saying Kel Sayers. Dude, this dude's a beast, and you can't tackle him. So, you know, that's where we stand in terms of the highlights. So one more time, let me set the stage because I know a lot of people coming in, coming out, okay? So if you want to watch him actually put on his hat, go to WKRG. They basically are just showing the hats on the table at this point in time. I'm previewing the commitment up to 620. At 620, when he puts his hat on, we will then talk about the commitment, right? Hopefully he rolls Tide, and we'll talk about how he fits into the program. We'll hype him up. We'll run the tape one more time. We'll celebrate it, and I'll get you out of here so we can get ready for the next commitment at 7:45 tonight, which is Max Sutter, the tight end out of Illinois. So if you want to watch it, if you want to go dual screen, if you want to just pipe out and go over there, whatever, just please support the athletes. Please support this young man's time in his life. I can only imagine how excited he is for his family. And I know for you, the viewer, the most important thing is you're like, well, where the hell is he going? So right now, he hasn't committed. It's WKRG. And I just went to their website. I have it on another screen as well. It's cool. You want to dip in, you want to come back. It's all good. Just please support Ezavier Crowell on his day. Cool. So, and if you have questions inside the comment box, some of you guys could help point out, you know, where to watch. So one more time, WKRG, and I'll continue with the video. But let me give out some shout outs. And if you're new to this, I like to tell the people inside the comment box who are here that are supporting us, I like to say what's up to everybody. So this is, I'll put your name on the screen, I'll give you a shout out, and I'll give you a roll tide, okay? So here we go. And it's 620 is the time that we are shooting for, okay? Daniel Adams, what's up, man? I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Randall Green, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for being here. Chris G, Greg Zachary, what's up, man? Trick Shot, Greg. We got Mariah Foster up in here. Antoine, we got Chad, we got Greg, we got DeMarcus, we got Greg, we got Josh Johnson, we got Mindy, Miss Careless, we got Nick Bowling, we got Joe Crooms, Johnny Harold, Matthew Newton, Randall Green, Snowman 76. Let's see who else. We got a big crew up in here. Dan Caraway, Jay Harden, Anna, Alyssa, Kimberly, Jawan, Chris. What's up, man? Roll Tide Prods, Dre Lively. We got Matthew Newton. We got Robert Bradley Jr. We got Kalen DeBoss. And if you want, look, and also, please rep your city inside the comment box. It's a good time to get your city up on the screen. And you know, you can watch this on your TV. All right, throw it up on your TV. Darren, what's up, man? Anita, Sean, C. Terry, Matthew Newton, Cindy, Rory, Terrence, and Kimberly Harmon. We got a huge crew up inside the house. And if you think that Ezavier Crowell will commit to Alabama, post Roll Tide as many times as you want inside the comment box. And yep, you're right. If you want to watch the official, like put the hat on, go to WKRG right now, and it shows his family that is all in attendance. The hats are on the table, but he has not committed at this point in time. When he commits, I'll inform you. We'll talk about it. We'll celebrate it. This is the commitment watch along right here on Bama Football on YouTube, and I appreciate you guys being here, okay? We also do weekly raffles, and I'll explain how the raffle works real quick. There's a lot of people that are already in this raffle. This raffle will be announced tomorrow on Friday during our Friday morning show. This particular raffle is for a jersey from Athlete's Thread, okay? So it's $10 to enter. You can enter 3 times. You can send a Venmo to Bama YouTube or Cash App Bama YouTube. And the jerseys that we're working with, they got a Ryan Williams, they got a Ty Simpson, they got a Bray Hubbard, any of the jerseys from Athlete's Thread that we have. Cool? So if you win, you can let me know which jersey from Athlete's Thread you want, send it to you, and that's how the raffles work. So this raffle will be announced on Friday during our morning show at 10 a.m. Right? No, and it's not too late to enter. We have plenty of room. So Bama_YouTube or Cash App Bama YouTube. A super chat inside the comment box works as well. And a portion of this does go back to the Tuscaloosa Soup Kitchen or to the Tuscaloosa Juvenile Detention Facility. It's kind of a beta project that I'm working on with the detention center here in Tuscaloosa. I just started that about a month ago, so I'm still trying to tighten all that up. But we've made a couple drops to the Tuscaloosa Soup Kitchen within the last couple months, and we've fed, I think, over close to 500 meals. So that's where we're at. So if you want, there's still room. You can come back on the rewatch. Chance, I got you right now. I appreciate you jumping in the raffle. So again, Bama_YouTube on Venmo or Cash App Bama YouTube or Cash App. And this is what it retails. This retails for $109. And if you want to just go buy the gear directly, just go to Athlete's Thread, and that's how you can get the gear. The only thing I'll say about Athlete's Thread is it does take a little bit of time for the shipping. I don't know why. It does. All right. Coming up next, this next segment is sponsored by Sonic, our good friends in West Memphis, Arkansas, Marion, Arkansas. And if you're a business owner or a small business owner and you want to become a show sponsor, a segment sponsor, you can email me at nmpreps@gmail.com. I appreciate it. No matter where you're at in the state of Alabama, I love it. And if you want to watch the young man put his hat on, we're still about 15 minutes away. You can go to WKRG, their website, and you can check it out. So we're still about 15 minutes away. Here are some commitment dates that we are tracking. Obviously, today is June 26th, and you have two commitments today. You have Ezavier Crowell, who will be announcing tonight at 6:20 Central Time, and Max Sutter, a tight end out of Illinois, at 7:45. He's a number 2 player in the state of Illinois, 6'5", 225 pounds. I think he's already been forecasted to Alabama, right? Now, tomorrow, you have Zay Hall. I don't have him on the screen right here. I have to add him. But Zay Hall is a linebacker. And the cool thing is he's out of Hillcrest. He's a 3-star. Don't get worked up. All right, I got a trivia for you. Who's another prospect that committed to Alabama? This is a little bit of time ago now. From Hillcrest. Played on the offensive side. Was at Hillcrest. Committed to Alabama. So Zay Hall is announcing tomorrow. Along with Malachi Lee, who is a 6'7" offensive lineman out of Hawaii, right? Remember he brought his entire family over? I don't know if Malachi Lee will commit to Alabama or not. I would love it. I don't see it happening, but we'll have to check it out. BJ's asking inside the comment box if there is a Keelan Russell jersey. You know what? I don't know. If you go to Athlete's Thread and just type in, I just type in Keelan Russell jersey. I'll look for it, and if they do, I'll add it to the screen tomorrow. But that's a good question. I would imagine that they do. I mean, they should have everybody, right? So, look, where we're about to go right now in terms of recruiting, right? And coming up here at 6:20, Ezavier Crowell will announce. And if you're just checking in and you want to watch him put the hat on, and I have to say this a bunch of times because people are coming in and out, and they want it. I get it. If you're a viewer, you want to see that. So they have a right to go to WKRG, who has a great feed right now. It's just the hats on the table. That's it. But please support this young man on his special night, for sure. But we're about to go ballistic in terms of recruiting. I mean, look, this summer rain is about to break the levee. I mean, think about this, okay? You get Crowell tonight. You get Max Sutter tonight. That's kind of the start of something mega that's coming. Now, I don't know if you're going to get Malachi Lee. We've talked about that. Xavier Griffin. How are you guys feeling about Xavier Griffin? You guys feel that Texas is kind of making a push on the 5-star linebacker? I kind of feel he is. In 1904, got it right. That's Brian Robinson out of Hillcrest. Big Time's watching us from Melbourne, Australia. Don't tell us what happened, man. Tomorrow, you're already in the future, right? Owen Cabell is a wide receiver out of Nashville. He commits on the 30th. He's been predicted to commit to Alabama. Brian Williams has been predicted to commit to Alabama. He's out of the state of Florida, 6'4" wide receiver. I'm really excited about this Owen Cabell kid, 6'3", 200 pounds. Man, from Nashville, absolute beast. You get him, you get Brian Williams. That would be 2 quality wide receiver additions. And then on the 2nd of July, my goodness, Cedarian Morgan, 6'4", 220-pound wide receiver at Alexandria City, Alabama. Oh my goodness. So I'm telling you, the levee is about to break. We're going to be so busy recruiting. It's going to be crazy. But try barbecuing on the 4th of July. There's going to be so much to celebrate. Booby Feaster, I don't know. I haven't seen anything about Booby Feaster. I don't think he's in this class. But, I mean, I'd love for him to join. You have Jeriah Edwards, right, on the 5th. The elite safety, a 5-star safety, who's committing on the 5th. And then Matt Ponitowski, he's a quarterback out of Ohio, later on in August. Again, some of these dates do change, and I know what you're waiting for. You're waiting for Ezavier Crowell to announce. We're probably about 10 minutes away, and you can watch the official announcement on WKRG. And as Matthew said inside the comment box, they said they're about 10 minutes away. All right. I'm not going to keep you guys here longer than you have to be. If you guys want to go and just watch that, that's great. Please support him. Raphael, what's up, man? I see you coming from Long Island. That's what's up. So whether you're in Melbourne, Australia, or Long Island, celebrating with us tonight, that's what's up. I appreciate you guys. We are waiting on the decision. All right. We have hit the 10-minute countdown. 10 minutes for Ezavier Crowell. All right. So I want to ask you, we've talked about it. We've went over it several times. We have a big group in here, okay? A couple things that I want to tell you. Okay, number one, this is what I do for a full-time basis, so I appreciate you guys being here and supporting the product. I'm a one-man band, so I do every single thing that you see on the screen by myself. So thank you very much for supporting me in that endeavor. The second thing is that I have a live show Monday morning at 10 a.m., right? Sometimes it can vary in the summertime just because summertime is a little bit up and down. But for the most part, 10 a.m. on Monday through Friday. You also got me on Facebook, just Bama Football on YouTube on Facebook. And he has not committed yet. We are waiting for the decision. We're about 10 minutes out, 9 minutes probably. And WKRG has a great feed. And it's really just on their website. So I didn't find it on YouTube or on Facebook or anything like that. I literally just typed it in and here we are. This would be a hell of a pickup. So let me ask you, okay? And so I can continue on. If somebody asks where it is, where you guys let them know inside the comment box, so I don't have to say it 100 times. Titan, I'll tell you, man, it's a WKRG on their website. If you think that Ezavier Crowell is going to commit to Alabama in 8 minutes, type Roll Tide inside the comment box as many times as possible. Type Roll Tide as many times as possible inside the comment box if you think Ezavier Crowell will commit to Alabama. We are waiting on the decision. We are about 8 minutes away. WKRG. Does anybody, you guys don't remember WGN? Remember WGN? You guys don't remember WGN. WKRG is where you can watch the feed of Ezavier Crowell, all right? We're close. We're 7 minutes. I can see you know what? I think it's all Roll Tide. I think it's all Roll Tide as well. Be a 5-star in-state prospect that is announcing shortly. And as I said earlier, I mean, look at all the feedback. Someone said go Dogs. What's up, King Venom? What's going on, man? You guys remember Channel 9, right? WG showed the Cubs and sometimes the White Sox. And let me ask you this too. If Ezavier Crowell does commit to Alabama, and you know how I do this, on a scale of 1 to 10, how big of an impact do you think it'll be for this class? On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think the impact would be? I think it'll be a 10 out of 10, honestly, because lately, I think people have been trying to take digs at Alabama and said, you know, hey, they're getting all these 3 stars. Yo, teams are going to get 3 stars. It's part of everybody's recruiting class. But I think this is the start of some mega recruits to come. Yeah, I mean, you see the feedback inside, 10s, you know, 9s, 9.5. JTL inside the comment box, he's an LSU fan. So that's why he's saying 1. We were waiting on a decision. Looks like we're just a few minutes away. And again, if you want to see him put on the hat one more time, WKRG. I think he's a real deal. And you look to how this class is coming together. I love it. And I think the majority, I mean, you start to look at the 5 stars that are coming in, right? Or that could be, right? It's going to get very serious. All right, we got some super chats coming in. Hey, thank you so much, John. First of all, man, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. John with the super chat. Thank you so much. Just a few minutes away from the elite running back announcing. We got another super chat in as well from Henry Hubbard. Henry, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you joining us tonight. Any relation to our boy Bray? Hey, see Terry, I can't show it, man, because it's property of like their feed. Otherwise, you know, I mean, so they've done a great job to set up a feed. You can go watch it and celebrate the young man's night. Okay, trivia. I got another trivia. We got just 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Who's the last 5-star running back to commit to Alabama? Hey, see Terry, yes, he's predicted to Alabama. Yeah, I think like in this particular case, like I don't make predictions or whatever, but like the recruiting guys, you know, are pretty locked in that he's a Bama guy. Who's the last 5-star running back to commit to Alabama? That's your trivia. You know, was AK, did we ever find out? You know, it was interesting. Before On3 purchased Rivals, was AK Deer a 5-star or was he a 4-star? Yeah, because that's good. I mean, it might, if you think about it, because I saw him like a couple different, I don't know if he was a 5-star. I mean, damn, like he did a really good job this spring, you know. 3 minutes. 3 minutes until Ezavier Crowell announces his decision. So I guess looks like the babyface says that he's a 4-star. I think he might have been a 4-star. Okay, so besides AK Deer, who was the last one before that? By the way, AK is tight. Oh, Jay Kelly's in here. What's up, Jay Kelly? Good to see you, bro. Chris Wood saying that he was 4 on 3, but a 5 on 24/7. Okay, whatever. He's a 5-star. 2 minutes. And we were just watching his highlight tapes a minute ago. And once he does announce, we'll go into the whole commitment and we'll discuss it, what it means for Alabama, the impact that I feel that it will have for the class of 2026 in terms of the momentum, the player that you're getting. And again, look, this young man's about to have one of the biggest moments in his life. So if you want to watch him put on the hat, please do. It's WKRG is where you can find it. I was thinking about it. A CLPN, he's supposed to announce like here in 2 minutes. So we're just waiting right now. We've been discussing and previewing who he is, what type of player he is, what he brings to the table. We showed his sophomore highlight tape, and I'll show it again after he commits. And it's wonderful. I mean, you get so excited in terms of the player that he is. Looks like we're really close to a countdown. It's 6:19. They said 6:20. You know, it's not set in stone. I would imagine it's very soon. I get kind of nervous for these as well, man. I can't even imagine for a young man like this. Again, WKRG, to go watch the young man celebrate such an amazing moment. You imagine mom and dad right now? Grandma? Hey, what's up, Garcia? Good to see you, bro. Yeah, man, I'm really excited about this. This is a big one. Anytime you get a 5-star in-state running back that has changed his classification, I mean, that blows my mind. I still can't believe that like Ryan Williams did that, and you're seeing the same thing with Ezavier Crowell as well, right? Because he was originally 2027 before he changed up, and now he's 2026. LDM, what's up? Asking about the setter commitment. We'll see how it goes. I might pop on back. I might have a little video. We'll see how it goes. It looks like there's a young lady now talking at the podium. WKRG. It looks like he's had some family and some friends. Hey, Lance is coming to us from Mexico? That's what's up. Is anybody nervous at this point in time? I'm not. I feel really confident about this. I think that we're about to get a hell of a running back. Sometimes you get a little bit nervous. I'm not like, I feel good about this one. Okay, they've given Crowell the mic. He's at the podium on WKRG on their website. Let's see what he gets. I'm kind of a little bit nervous too. All right, the camera has panned, and now they are showing the hats, and it looks like Crowell is about to make a decision. 6:20. They have the camera zoomed in really, really tight on him. Just, I would imagine, minutes away from the announcement. We have the reporter with him. Looks like he's going to get mic'd up. And now we just wait. Get comfortable waiting. It is 6:22. We're 2 minutes behind. The people want it. Type in Crowell inside the comment box right now. Crowell. Get used to typing it. Or type in Roll Tide. I don't know what our reporter's saying. Are they taking a commercial break? I don't think so. Because they had Crowell on the stage, and then he left, and now I'm sure he's coming back. So now you just have our reporter. Oh, here he is. Okay, so Crowell's back on screen. It looks more serious this time. You can watch it real quick at WKRG on their website. Just type it in as fast as you can and click live. Go celebrate. Okay, they gave him. He's going to read off an announcement. Crowwell's at the podium. He has the mic. He has his phone in his hand. This is it. Let's go. Come on, Roll Tide. He looks a little nervous. Again, if you want to watch it, go to WKRG. Look for the live feed. It's on their website. Once he announces, we'll break into it. We'll discuss it. He's got a black shirt on. It's a cutoff shirt. The dude is ripped. He ran somewhere and then he came back. And the decision is in. He has committed to Alabama. Roll Tide. Xavier Crowell has committed to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Breaking news. Xavier Crowell has committed to Alabama. Can I get a Roll Tide? Inside the comment box, the 5-star running back has picked Alabama. The commitment is in. What a magnificent pickup for Coach Kalen DeBoer, Courtney Morgan, and the Alabama football staff. You got a player right now that is absolutely elite. And I think when you look to the scouting report right now, you think he has an elite burst. Acceleration is phenomenal. Type in Roll Tide as many times possible for a 5-star pickup for the Alabama Crimson Tide. My goodness, what a pickup. And you look to the schools that he went against, right? Texas, Georgia, Auburn. They said you couldn't get in-state guys. You got one. You got a 5-star, an in-state guy, right? Vision, patience, power, and balance. I kind of think he's like a blend of like a Nick Chubb and Jahmyr Gibbs, right? Let's look at his highlight tape one more time again. He has committed to Alabama. Post it inside the comment box so everybody knows where he's committed to, all right? Now, look, keep in mind, these highlights, Xavier Crowell has committed to Alabama. Keep in mind, these highlights are from his sophomore season because he reclassified, all right? Xavier Crowell right here, getting up the left side of the field, making everybody miss with the afterburners. This is a 5-star elite. Yeah, and he did commit to Alabama just minutes ago. This is breaking news as Xavier Crowell has committed to Alabama. Look at this north and south running ability and how he's able to also change directions and get upfield. This is why Texas in the final minutes tried everything possible to pry him out of Alabama. They couldn't. Alabama went all in on him, and rightfully so. Look who you're getting right here. This young man is a home run hitter, and I want to ask you one more time. Where do you think and who do you think that he's similar to as a player? And he committed. Yes, he did commit to the Alabama Crimson Tide just minutes ago. This is live. We're covering it live as it happens. A huge commitment for the Crimson Tide. I don't know. Someone was saying Josh Jacobs. I don't know, kind of in the scouting report, it's like almost like a blend of like somebody who has elite power, but also really good breakaway speed, right? He's able to catch the ball. Look at this play off a screen pass. Xavier Crowell does commit to the Alabama Crimson Tide, and he picks Alabama over Auburn, Georgia, and Texas. This is one hell of a pickup. Great pickup. Another 5-star for Alabama football. All right. Let me show you one more highlight. Look at this guy. And you know what? One thing that really stands out, you know what? TJ Yeldon, damn, Trent Richardson. Yeah, I mean, these are really good comparisons that I've seen. So let's go over this one more time. We'll get to the end of this real fast. I wanted to kind of give kudos real fast to Robert Gillespie, right? Because I think when you look to a player like Robert Gillespie, or a coach rather, like Robert Gillespie, he's done a really good job in terms of the guys that he's been able to bring over, right? And the guys that he's been able to recruit. And I think you have to remember, this is associate head coach. He was part of Coach Saban's staff. I think he's still able to sell that vision and still be blended in with Coach Kalen DeBoer's philosophy. in terms of recruiting running backs. I'm going to show you a graphic real quick and kind of illustrates Alabama's running back room. But first, let me talk about this real quick and kind of what it means before I go to the graphic. And one thing that I want to showcase is the ability of what this really means for Alabama football. Just stay with me momentarily as I do some housekeepings on this side. I think it means a couple things. Let me talk about this commitment, okay? I think it shows that in-state is important. There was some sort of narrative that went out there, and yeah, this is what we're talking about, Willie. He committed, bro. But I think from, like, it shows you that in-state is an important thing. There was a narrative that felt like in-state wasn't important. Well, you just got a 5-star running back out of the state of Alabama, right? Bama isn't broke. Bama just went against Texas. Bama just went against Georgia. Bama just went against Auburn, right? And they were able to get the quality running back that they wanted. You think he just came? No, it had to work out for him, not only, you know, from an offensive perspective, right? But it had to work out for him financially as well. It's a summer slam dunk. Getting Ezavier Crowell, this is a summer slam dunk, 1,000,000%. And I think this is going to start breaking that levy, right? And it's the first of many 5-stars, 100%, all right? So I'm going to show you now that you have, this is Alabama's running back room at this part, right? You have, the running back room has 6 guys. Jam Miller, Draylon Washington, Richard Young, Daniel Hill, Kevin Riley, A.K. Deere. Look at this is a hell of a running back room right now, okay? But next year, you're going to lose running backs. So let me show you this, okay? Now that you have 2 running backs on board, right? This is next year's running backs, right? Next year in 2026, Richard Young, Daniel Hill, Kevin Riley, A.K. Deere, Ezavier Crowell, and Jahvari Barnett, right? That's one hell of a running back room. And you know you were going to take 2 running backs. So I think some people were like, oh, man, they're not going to take 2 running backs. And just because you got Jahvari Barnett, that means Ezavier. No. You're going to take 2 running backs because you're losing 2 running backs, right? So that's where we stand, and just a hell of a pickup. Remember, tonight we have another commitment, right, that is coming our way, and that is Max Sutter, who's already been forecasted to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Now, before I go, I want to ask you something as I go back one graphic. Now that you have an idea of what 2026, the running back room, will look like, what do you feel, in your opinion, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your feel of this running back room in 2026? Are you liking what you've seen? Because these guys, imagine Richard Young as a redshirt junior. Imagine Daniel Hill as a junior. Kevin Riley, he's growing up. You know what? Kevin Riley's, that dude's a monster, okay? Coach Kalen DeBoer said he's one of the shiftiest running backs that we have, okay? And Daniel Hill, he might be 250 pounds at this point in time next year. A.K. Deere, he'll be entering his 2nd season, and then you bring on 2 running backs. So on a scale of 1 to 10, and Patriot Life, thank you so much, bro, for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you. What would you say about this running back room, right? I mean, I think it demonstrates that the Alabama running game is isn't going nowhere, and it's still elite. I didn't see his edit, man, but that dude does amazing work. He breaks it all. Jarvis, thank you, brother, for the super chat. Thank you so much. So Ezavier Crowell is in for the Crimson Tide. Huge pickup for Alabama tonight. I'm thinking 1 or 2. Right? I was going to show you. Let's see. There's one more thing that I wanted to show you before I dipped out. Wasn't that? So I was thinking of, okay, so before I leave, all right, this is what I'm thinking. I mean, I don't know. I just kind of manifest this out there. But look at the 5 stars by July 10th. This could happen. Jahri Edwards, right? Because he's committing soon. You already have Jordan Edmonds who's committing. I don't know if you get Xavier Griffin, but maybe you do. Sedarian Morgan's about to commit, and you got Ezavier Crowell. You see what I'm saying? Man, crazy. Absolutely crazy. So hell of a pickup for the Alabama Crimson Tide. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Now kind of post up and kick it for a minute. I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and I'll be right back, and we'll continue to rock this out right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Cool? My commercial breaks I'm just staying with you guys. Man, that was crazy. What a now we're going to chill mode. Now I can kind of relax. That was a huge pickup. We need a cigar for that one, right? All right, I got to do some housekeeping stuff, but if you guys want to kick it with me for a while, I appreciate it. Let me just take care of some stuff on the backside. I got to do like all the edits and stuff like that. Breaking news. All right. Man, that was wild. You know, I felt that he was always going to pick Alabama. You know, I didn't think he'd go elsewhere. And, you know, look, I don't know if, you know, Coach Saban or whatever, you know, had it. I think it was a collective decision, and I think it just made sense for him, right? Give me 1 second. That was a fun stream, though. I had a good time. Man, I must have said WKRG 5 million times. I sent a lot of people there, but it's cool. I mean, it's like they have the stuff. And I want everybody to be able to, you know, like that kid's moment. I mean, it's bigger than anything else. It's like it's important that the kid gets that type of notoriety, man, for his family. Almost done on this backside. You might see a video go out, but I'm just about to push it out right now. Man, that was wild. That was a lot. All right. Oops. Gotta fix this. Let me get to this, fam. All right. We're past that. We're past that. There we go. Cool. All right. So now I'm chill mode. We got that taken care of. That was fun. So yeah, I think tonight, I think it'll be, I think Sutter will commit to Alabama here at 7:45. I really do. I think that that'll be another big pickup for Alabama. I think getting a 4-star tight end who's 6'5", 225 pounds, I think that's going to fit in really nice. And I think tonight, kind of the winner for Alabama is clearly Courtney Morgan and Kalen DeBoer, but I think the winner is you know, kind of in the long run is Keelan Russell and Ryan Grubb, right? And I think with those type of players, they're going to get, like, who doesn't want to play for elite talent like that? You see what I'm saying? Like the impact of having somebody like Austin Mack, Keelan Russell, and these guys being so young, and Ryan Grubb being the offensive coordinator, this is going to really turn things up for Alabama. And guys are going to want on the offensive side and the defensive side. But I think tonight, just because the two guys are offense that are committing, I think it's a win for Keelan Russell and Austin Mack and Ryan Grubb. This is a hell of a win. So big pickup for Alabama tonight, getting Ezavier Crowell. This is fun. This is probably one of my funner ones that I've done, just because in-state guy, and yeah, really big pickup. I said BJ says we are 11 committed in the class. What are they ranked right now on 3 and 24/7? I haven't even had a chance to look. Did they move up at all? Because I knew they were 11th. Did they move up in the rankings some? What's up, Willie? Good to see you, bro. I think you were a little bit, you might have been watching kind of a little bit behind or whatever earlier in the show. It's all good, dude. It's the internet. You know, Roman Voss committed to Minnesota. I think Mac Sutter is a better player than him, and I'm not just saying that because Alabama is probably going to get him tonight, but I think that Roman Voss, like a Minnesota guy, I would have liked to see, you know, where he'd fit in, but I think Mac Sutter's probably more prepared for this level than Roman Voss. That's just my assessment, right? So Jarvis is saying 20. So Alabama's 20 and 247. All right, okay. And what about on 3? Where does on 3 have them? Man, his highlights are crazy, huh? Highlights are absolutely wild. Let's see what Jamarcus has to say. Jamarcus is saying, in terms of comparison, I like this. Let's see. I can see Damian Harris, Bo Scarborough, A.K. Deere. You know, because there was a couple people that said Damian Harris. I think the only thing is that, I think this guy's faster than Damian Harris. That was the one thing that Damian Harris didn't have. Damian Harris had really good field vision, really tough. But I don't think that he was I don't think that he was a burner. You know what I'm saying? Dan Caraway in with a super, and he says this. On 3 already, let's see. On 3 already, they put us in 10th now, and they just updated it. And if won tonight, it'll be in the top 8. All right, so it looks like On 3 has Alabama in the top 10, and 247 has them in 20. It's kind of, that's wild that they're so far, the ratings are so different. I know, Andrew, this is true. Like, the dude, he didn't have like elite speed. Now, he was a really good running back. I don't know if he was an elite running back. But yeah, he got caught. That was his thing. He got caught from behind. But he's good. Ezavier Crowell's fast, man. I like the Jahvari Barnett kid as well. He's got some good north and south in him as well. But Ezavier Crowell is a monster, man. Monster. That was fun. All right, fam. Well, tonight, 7:45, you got Max Sutter, a tight end, committing as well. So I appreciate you guys kicking with me. Thank you so much for always being here when news happens. I got you covered on Bama Football on YouTube. I know there's a million different places. And be sure and check those other sites out, too. You know, the other YouTube channels, those guys do an amazing job. There's a lot of people out there that put a lot of their heart and soul into kind of their craft. So check it out. Now, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for rocking with me tonight for this breaking news update. All right. Ezavier Crowell is in. And I don't know if you can smoke your cigar after tonight. And you got another one coming in with Max Sutter. I love you, fam. Thanks for rocking with me as always. Coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama on this fine Thursday, June 26th. Kyle Anderson of Bama Football on YouTube. See you, fam. Coach Al Sanders is here? Damn, that's what's up. Damn, love it. Love to see it.